In the heart of the Wild West, where the sun blazed down upon dusty streets, a small town stood as a canvas for the stories of lawmen and outlaws. The buildings, made of weathered wood and painted in fading colors, whispered tales of gunfights and narrow escapes. Cowboys on horseback roamed the main street, their boots kicking up clouds of dust while townsfolk hurriedly went about their business, casting wary glances over their shoulders. This was a place where danger could strike at any moment. The air was thick with tension, as everyone knew that gunmen lurked in the shadows, always ready to challenge the sheriff or any brave deputy who dared to uphold the law. The townspeople relied on their lawmen to protect them from these outlaws, yet they understood that in this sun-baked land, loyalty could be as fleeting as a summer storm. As fate would have it, a new chapter was about to unfold in this gritty town, one that would test bravery and friendship against the backdrop of a fierce showdown. Amid the dusty streets, a brave mule skinner named Sam stood tall, his sun-kissed skin reflecting years of hard work and adventure. Sam had spent countless days driving mules across rugged trails, but none was more special than his loyal companion, Jack. Jack was a sturdy mule with big, gentle eyes and a coat the color of rich chocolate. Together, they formed a bond that ran deeper than words. On this fateful day, their lives took an unexpected turn when they came upon a commotion near the saloon. A deputy named Tom lay wounded on the ground, clutching his side where crimson soaked through his shirt. Sam rushed to his side, concern etched on his face as he assessed Tom's injuries. They were in desperate need of each other. Tom needed saving from the dangers surrounding them, while Sam knew that without help, both he and Jack would have to face peril alone. With quick thinking and unwavering determination, Sam prepared to act, knowing every second counted for their survival. Moments before Sam found the injured deputy, a fierce gunfight erupted in the heart of the town. The notorious gang, known for their ruthlessness, had stormed into the saloon, waving their weapons and threatening anyone who dared to stand against them. Deputy Tom, brave and determined, had rushed to protect the townspeople, his heart pounding with adrenaline as he confronted the gang. Amid the chaos, the sound of gunfire echoed through the air, mingling with the terrified screams of onlookers. Tom stood firm, his badge gleaming in the sunlight as he aimed his pistol at the outlaws. Just as he was about to apprehend one of the gang members, gunfire erupted from another direction. A bullet found its mark, striking Tom in the side and sending him crashing to the ground. The scene was frantic, dust swirled all around as townsfolk scattered for safety. In that critical moment, not only was Sam's heart racing for Tom, but so was the danger lurking nearby, and he knew they had to move quickly to escape harm's reach. With adrenaline surging through him, Sam knew he had to act fast. The bullets continued to fly, and every moment spent in waiting could cost Tom his life. He glanced at Jack, who stood patiently by, sensing the urgency in the air. Without hesitation, Sam made a quick decision. He would use Jack to pull Tom to safety. Rushing to the deputy's side, Sam carefully assessed the situation. "Hang on, Tom," he urged, gently lifting the wounded man onto Jack's back. The mule let out a soft bray, as if understanding the gravity of what was happening. Sam secured Tom as best he could, adjusting him so he wouldn't fall off while they moved. With bullets whizzing past them, Sam whispered words of encouragement to both Tom and Jack. "We can do this." With determination in his heart, he took hold of the reins and led Jack away from the chaos, navigating through the dust and debris towards a nearby grove of trees that offered shelter from harm. Every step was a race against time as danger loomed closer behind them. As Sam and Jack moved cautiously towards safety, the notorious gang remained a looming threat. This ruthless group had built a reputation for their deadly tactics, striking fear into the hearts of even the bravest deputies. Known as the Iron Vipers, they were notorious for ambushing lawmen with clever traps designed to ensnare those who dared to uphold the law. The Iron Vipers were skilled marksmen, each member trained to shoot swiftly and accurately, making them a formidable force in the Wild West. They wore dark clothing that blended into the shadows, allowing them to strike when least expected. Their leader, a man named Colt, was particularly cunning, he often devised elaborate schemes that involved using townsfolk as shields or bait to draw lawmen into dangerous situations. With a mix of cunning and cruelty, they thrived on chaos and fear. As Sam led Jack through the trees, he couldn't shake the feeling that Colt and his gang were always one step ahead, ready to pounce at any moment. The danger was far from over, and every rustle in the bushes made Sam's heart race faster. Meanwhile, among the Iron Vipers, Colt devised a dangerous plan that would ensure their escape while sowing further chaos in the town. Knowing that the presence of a lawman like Tom would draw attention and fire, he ordered his gang to paint a bright target on Jack, Sam's loyal mule. This would not only distract the deputies but also cause confusion, making it easier for them to slip away unnoticed. As the gang prepared their trap, they chuckled at the thought of Sam and Tom being caught in the crossfire. "Once they see that mule marked for death, they'll forget all about us," Colt sneered, confidence radiating from him. Their plan relied on the speed of surprise, making it look like Jack was the only target worth aiming at. The gang members scattered, positioning themselves in the shadows, guns ready. They waited eagerly for Sam to make a move. In that moment of tension, Sam had no idea of the ruthless game being played against them, unaware that his beloved mule was about to become part of a sinister strategy designed to lure gunfire away from the gang's actual escape route. With Tom secured on Jack's back, Sam took a deep breath and urged the mule forward, heart racing as they made their way through the chaos. The sound of gunfire echoed around them, bullets ricocheting off nearby wooden planks and sending dust flying into the air. Sam's determination fueled him. He couldn't afford to lose Tom or let the deputies' bravery go in vain. Each step felt like a tightrope walk between life and death. Sam kept his eyes focused on the grove of trees ahead, which promised shade and safety from the relentless fire. He whispered soothing words to Jack, urging his trusty mule to move swiftly and steadily. Every rustle in the grass or crack of a twig sent shivers down his spine, a reminder that Colt and his gang were lurking just moments away. As they navigated through the open space, Sam could see the makeshift target on Jack's side. He knew it was meant to attract attention, but it also ignited a fierce resolve within him. He had to get Tom to safety and outsmart the gang that was hell-bent on chaos. As they pressed on, the bond between Sam and Jack became more apparent than ever. Every time gunfire erupted around them, Sam felt Jack's steady stride beneath him, a reminder of the trust they had built over years of working together. Sam whispered words of encouragement, knowing that the mule could sense his anxiety but also felt his determination. Jack, with his strong legs and loyal heart, seemed to understand the importance of their mission. He moved with purpose, avoiding obstacles like fallen branches and rocky terrain, expertly navigating through uncertain ground. This natural teamwork propelled them forward, even as whispers of danger nipped at their heels. Sam's hand rested on Jack's neck, grounding him amidst the chaos. Memories of past journeys replayed in his mind, riding through storms and traversing rugged trails, each experience strengthening their unwavering partnership. In that moment, Sam realized it wasn't just about survival, it was about the trust they placed in each other. Together, they surged toward the grove, determined to protect Tom and escape the clutches of the Iron Vipers. Finally, after what felt like an eternity of dodging bullets and navigating through treacherous terrain, Sam, Jack, and Tom reached the large tree that promised shade and safety. The tree's broad branches stretched out like a protective shield from the chaos behind them, casting a cool shadow on the ground below. As they hurriedly settled beneath its cover, Sam took a moment to catch his breath, his heart pounding in his chest. He gently helped Tom slide off Jack's back and onto the soft grass. "Let's see how bad it is," Sam said, kneeling beside the deputy. With careful hands, he examined Tom's wound, grimacing at the sight of blood soaking through the fabric. Tom winced but managed a nod, grateful for the respite. Realizing they couldn't linger long, Sam quickly scanned their surroundings. He had to devise a plan to counter the gang's next move. "We need to get you patched up and figure out how to deal with those vipers," he murmured to Tom, his mind racing as he weighed their options. Time was of the essence, and they had to act fast before Colt's gang regrouped for another attack. As Sam assessed Tom's injury, the urgency of their situation weighed heavily on him. Knowing they needed backup to combat the Iron Vipers, Tom reached for his trusty whistle, a small but powerful tool that had been used to summon help in the past. With a quick, sharp blow, the sound pierced the air, a distinct call that resonated across the town, signaling for any nearby deputies to come to their aid. Sam kept his eyes peeled for danger as Tom blew the whistle. He felt a surge of hope, perhaps help was on the way. He positioned himself strategically beside Jack, ready to protect them from any incoming assaults while Tom's call echoed through the tense atmosphere. "Stay strong, Tom," Sam urged, glancing back to check on him. As seconds ticked by, he was acutely aware of every rustle and whisper from the shadows where the Iron Vipers lurked. They wouldn't remain idle for long, and Sam braced himself for whatever came next, determined to hold his ground until reinforcements arrived. As Sam and Tom settled beneath the protective tree, the tension in the air intensified. Colt and the Iron Vipers, believing they had cornered their targets, moved in closer, their footsteps stealthy but filled with confidence. The gang's laughter echoed like a sinister melody, a clear sign that they were relishing the chase. Colt, with a gleam of triumph in his eyes, gestured to his men to surround the area. "They think they're safe," he sneered, "but we'll take them by surprise." One by one, the gang members spread out, their dark figures merging with the shadows of the trees as they positioned themselves for an ambush. Sam's heart raced as he caught glimpses of movement through the branches. He knew they were running out of time. With Tom's injury still fresh in his mind, he tried to devise a plan to outsmart the gang. The Iron Vipers were swift and ruthless, but Sam's resolve was unyielding, he would protect his friends at all costs. The air crackled with anticipation as they braced for the imminent confrontation. As the Iron Vipers prepared their ambush, Sam quickly formulated a clever distraction. He knew that the painted target on Jack's side could serve a purpose beyond merely drawing fire. With Tom still recovering beneath the tree, Sam decided to use Jack as a decoy to confuse the gang. "All right, boy," he whispered to Jack, who stood nervously. "You're going to help us out." Sam carefully turned Jack around, positioning him so that the bright target was clearly visible to the lurking gang members. Then he took a deep breath and gave a quick nod to Tom. With a swift motion, Sam tossed a nearby rock into the underbrush on the opposite side of their hiding spot. The sound startled Jack, causing him to bray loudly and dash in the direction of the noise, fully exposing the painted target. The Iron Vipers, thinking they had finally spotted their prey, shifted their focus toward Jack. This brief moment of confusion was just what Sam needed. It bought them precious time to strategize their next move and prepare for the confrontation ahead. Just when the situation seemed dire and the Iron Vipers were closing in on Sam, Tom, and Jack, a cloud of dust kicked up on the horizon. The sound of galloping horses grew louder, and Sam's heart leaped with hope. Reinforcements had arrived in the nick of time. A group of deputies, led by Sheriff Daniels, charged into the scene, their badges gleaming under the sun. As Sheriff Daniels spotted Sam and Tom beneath the tree, he raised his hand to signal his men to flank the gang. "To me," he shouted, rallying his deputies with fierce determination. The Iron Vipers turned their attention toward this new threat, momentarily confused by the sudden shift in power. Sam seized this opportunity to regroup with Tom as bullets whizzed past them. "Hold tight, Tom. We've got help." With renewed energy, Sam felt a surge of courage as he prepared to join forces with the reinforcements. The tide was turning, together they would face down Colt and his gang, standing united against the looming threat that had once seemed insurmountable. The tide of the battle shifted dramatically as Sheriff Daniels led his deputies into the fray, their courage igniting a fierce determination among the townspeople. The Iron Vipers, caught off guard by the sudden reinforcements, scrambled to regroup but quickly found themselves outmatched. Sam, alongside the deputies, rallied together, forming a united front against the ruthless gang. With Colt's plans unraveling, the lawmen moved decisively. They used teamwork to surround the gang members, cutting off their escape routes and forcing them into a corner. Sam and Jack played an integral role in this effort, with Sam skillfully guiding Jack to block one of the exit paths while deputies advanced from another direction. The clash reached its climax as Colt realized he had underestimated the resolve of the townsfolk. With a final push, the gang was apprehended, their weapons seized and their leader captured. As the dust settled, an overwhelming sense of relief washed over Sam, Tom, and the townsfolk. Together, they had triumphed, showcasing the power of teamwork and courage in the face of danger. As the dust settled from the confrontation, Sam took a moment to reflect on the harrowing experience they had just endured. The bravery shown by Tom, who risked his life to protect others, had inspired not only Sam but also the townspeople who rallied together in the face of danger. Jack, his faithful mule, had proven to be more than just an animal, he was a true companion whose instincts and loyalty were crucial in their survival. In the chaos of battle, it was the bonds of friendship and trust that truly shone through. Sam realized that courage comes not only from facing fears head-on but also from standing together with those you care about. The teamwork displayed by the deputies and townsfolk had turned a bleak situation into a victorious stand against lawlessness. As they looked around at their community, united and resilient, Sam felt a renewed sense of hope for the future. This experience would forever remind them that loyalty, bravery, and friendship could overcome even the darkest of challenges, forging a stronger bond among them all.